my granny Pedersen, my grandpa Pedersen, I grew up right next to him, and we lived on a farm, and they were the house right next to us. This lady was her life. This was her livelihood, was serving other people. That's just what she did. A couple core memories for me is at least once a month, but sometimes more than that, she would cook 100 or plus loaves of banana bread. She would wrap them in tin foil and put a bow on them with a note. Very kind handwritten note. I can see in my mind right now, Matt, her handwriting, because I'd seen it so much in my life. And she would write a handwritten note, and then I would deliver them with her. And I did that. I remember being when she was in her 80s and me visiting her and smelling the banana bread and saying, "Are you still doing that?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's just people out there, the old and sick people need me still." Right. So she served, she loved, she took care of people. She's legendary for just being the one that was there always for everybody. And I watched her do that. And she, another great story of her, it's actually, I had to rewrite my bio for something. It's in the bottom of my bio. There was a time when I was working ER shifts, night shifts. I had my tech company, Stat Pads. I was working that during the day. I was serving in my church as a bishop, which is right. 20-hour-a-week deal. I was raising my kids, and I was busy. I was really busy. And I went down to visit her, and she's like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And when she talked to you, it was, when someone's listening to you, but it's just different, right? They're not having a conversation, they're listening to you. And when she asked me, "How are you doing?" and my normal answer, "I'm doing great, whatever." She's like, "No, you're not. What's going on? Like, I can tell, right. What's going on with you?" And I just kind of unloaded. And she had this it was the same red couch my whole life. I don't know how it didn't ever change or get dirty, but it was this big red fuzzy couch. And as I got older and, I'm a bigger guy and she's this little teeny, 90-pound woman, I'm sitting on her couch with my arm around her during these conversations. And that's where they always happen. They happen on that red couch. And she looks at me and says, "I know something's going on. What's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm just busy." And I go on and on and on and on and on. And she looks at me and she's like, "You know what you're doing?" And I said, "What?" And she's like, "You're focusing too much on you." And she said, "I want you to go back home and I want you to start doing one more thing at the end of the day, but not for you, not on a list, for someone else. I want you to turn everything inside out, and I want you to think about someone else." And I said, "That's not what I was looking for." I mean, do one more thing.
You just added one more thing.
Do one more thing.
And one more thing that doesn't serve me.
That doesn't serve me. And she says, "No. And I want you to, can you call me and tell me how it goes? But I want you to do it for a bit." So it became in my life this one more thing, where it was a text, it was a call. And I remember calling her in tears and just like a few weeks later saying, "Thanks, you fixed me." I mean, it got me out of my own head. I'm busy, I'm overwhelmed, I'm doing my stuff. It got me back to focusing on, hey, is there someone else that I can help?